Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Song of the Crimson Nile, Season 2, Episode 11. We're close to the finale. This is the semi-finale. It's been such a long time. I honestly don't even remember what happened the last episode. I can't even pretend. I think we had a hot makeout session with our master, and then we went down to find out that we're closer to that son of a bitch than we care to admit. And I announced the thought that perhaps he's just like Malbonte. Just saying. But we will see. Every human is waiting to come out into the light, but only after death. The living aren't welcome there. Oh God. Episode 11, The Palace of the Dazzling Aten. I have no idea what's going on. Cold nothingness. A place where darkness reigns. It's hard to breathe. Instead of sighs, a wheezing cough bursts out. There's no light at all. No golden rays of sunshine, no pale radiance of the crescent moon, no flickering candlelight. Your eyes can make out a thing beyond a few inches. There's nothing but darkness. If you hold out your hand, you won't even see your fingers. Which way to go? What to do? Suddenly there is a quiet hiss, a growl, the whisper of dozens of voices. They huddle together, fearfully looking around. Who's coming? How can they defend themselves against it? There's some movement off to the side. Oh my God, he's coming with the Shadow Army. Y'all, I was trying to make out what's happening. I don't recall that we went into the darkness the last episode, so I was trying to find out where I am and what's happening. One by one, they slowly creep up, scuttling around, their limbs looking as if they're broken and mutilated. They crawl and wail either from pain or from hunger. Unfamiliar, scary creatures, not humans or beasts, but unknown monsters. Lost souls? Oh my God. Okay. So Hempstead really is that kind of a bitch, I guess. The first bright silhouette, impressive big, clutches a weapon in their hand and moves forward. They'd given their life to protect them. Oh my God. What is even happening? Did I miss an episode? The second silhouette, a smaller one, moves closer, shielding them from the approaching monsters. They won't let them get harmed. The third one stretches out their hand and intertwines their fingers, pulling them to the side deeper into the darkness. I can feel which way to go. Follow me. You'll help us see the way. See the way? Once again, their gaze falls on their hands. There is a faint light coming from them, enough to see a narrow, dark path. They will manage to get out. Suddenly, a commanding voice cuts through the silence with a loud echo. It's coming from everywhere and from nowhere at the same time. Yes, Guild, but will your courage last? A heated discussion between Eamon and Seth in the common room jerk Eva out of the memories of her dream. Again, they're fighting again. Then we make out that we're all on the same side, wanting to find that son of a bitch. Really? It had been short, but so disturbing and exhausting that it felt like another night of torment, not rest. After feeling this was some sort of premonition, if this was actually a dream of ours, I feel like it's a premonition that this is what will be happening. We will be some sort of the light that will try to fight against the darkness that Hempstead will bring onto the land of Egypt. And the shadow creatures are the Sheshmu or the humans that he was capable to manipulate to his own will, and they are now willing to fight for him. They are supposed to be viewed as the dark and lost souls, maybe. You can interpret a lot of things if you don't have any sort of information about it. Livius coughed to make his presence known. A journey to the thought. Are we really discussing this? Eva watched as the healer struggled to shake off his exhaustion to appear more cheerful and caring. Yes, I dreamed of Anubis and his kingdom a few times. I didn't understand what it was all about until...
You dreamed?
Amen. Yeah, because Sheshmi don't dream. Yes. But that's not all. When I got in touch with Eastman's soul in the Yibu, I saw Anubis again, and he said that the peace of Eastman's soul depends on me.
He's...
Sorry.
He said...
Yes, he spoke to me. Amen. I'm not lying.
That's right. Everything has been leading up to this.
Amen shook his head stubbornly.
Taking care of that boy is not our priority. We're looking for Simon. And even if they are somehow connected, it won't give us enough information to spend so much time and effort on.
I mean, Eastman is dead. At least allow us to actually put him to rest, bitch.
On a journey to the Duat. That's a place for the dead, the realm. The living have no reason to be there.
We have a reason to go there if that's the will of the guardian of that realm. He was calling me, so I'm going. I don't care about any other plans. I don't care about the fate of Tebas when my chosen brother's soul is not at peace. Period. I'm sorry. Like, everyone has, like, something that is important to them. Like, I have my morals. And in my life, I need to make sure that the people I love are being taken care of. They're already so little as it is. Like, my peer group, the people I like to surround myself with, are small enough as it is. So the second I have the opportunity to care about someone, I give them everything I've got. This man deserves to find peace. And as long as this man, according to their religion, has not been put to rest, his soul will be tormented. Hasn't he suffered enough? If Simon kills everyone, what do I care? I have no family left.
You're being stubborn again. Back to your old ways.
Takes one to know one. You also don't give a damn about my feelings, do you? Why should I care about yours?
Eva, there's a limit to my patience.
This man again getting on my fucking nerves. Y'all, please tell me in the comments, do I still need to pursue this man or can I just go with Sed? Because Sed, at least, he sets his priorities straight. He doesn't twist and turn his opinion on us for many millennia, okay? Like, he's honest. If he likes you, he likes you. He just doesn't really express it. That's like something that Malbonte would like do. But he doesn't keep on changing his opinion about you. If he has a weak spot for you, he has a weak spot for you. He doesn't change it no matter what you say.
Be reasonable. This is neither the time nor the place.
You know what? I'm not going to say something about that. Up to that moment, Eva had been confused about her goals and desires. Everything happening to her had been beyond her control. But as Sed had mentioned the chance to finally accomplish her goal, Eva found some courage to stand her ground. I'm not arguing with you. This isn't me being unreasonable, but the will of Anubis himself. But how does Eastman exist there without his saw, his remains? How do I find him?
The necromancer will help you. That's why he's here. It's bad enough that you're pushing her to go there, forcing your filthy ideas upon her, but now you're trying to send us all to her deaths.
Amen. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. If there's something I hate, if someone can't even try to see things from my side, I mean, again, I did say he's a commander, like everyone always licking his ass, that's fine. But bitch, being in a relationship means that you will have to accept that you're not always the one in control. Like, actually allowing you to dominate me or you allowing yourself to be dominated, like this give and take from control when it's in the bedroom, that's one thing. But in real life, there's a mutual understanding here. You come over to my side a little bit, and I go over to your side a little bit. We meet in the middle. Not I always have to go your way. You like me because of the fact that I'm stubborn. You like me because I have my own opinion. Because I actually stand my ground. Because I have my own opinion, my own morals. You like me just because of that. And now, because you actually saw that I have a vulnerable spot for you, you think that you can use that in order to make me feel bad for actually standing up to you and for chasing what I believe in. Shut up!
I won't leave her, and I'll be by her side to protect her. But what about the others? What's in it for them?
Levius interrupted him. I will follow her wherever this path leads. She and I agreed to walk together, and it shall be so. Livius! Seth clasped his hands behind his back, staring at Aemon. Unlike most people, he wasn't afraid of the hunter's gaze, but he met his eye on purpose, even defiantly, as if challenging him. Honestly, my love for Seth grows every single episode, I'm telling ya.
Not everyone is needed. Only the 4 of you. 2 women and 2 men. And the necromancer will remain in the world of the living to help you stay in the duat. The price is too high for information that may not even be useful. We don't know for sure if Simon is connected with the boy or not. Think good fit this way, Hunter. Will the price seem so high to you if I tell you this is what the life of the person who killed your parents is worth?
Ooh! Ooh! Now he don't have anything to say anymore. So, if you see it from that point of view, it's worth it, huh?
You're tracking down the one who killed them in front of you. You realize you won't find anyone alone, don't you? You can't handle him by yourself, Aemon from Memphis, or you would have captured him long ago. He has connections everywhere, and they'll report you as soon as you get too close to him. You will also need similar connections. I could help you, but I expect something in return. As always, he's like the devil. Like, I only give you something if you give me something in return. A chuckle escaped the hunter's broad chest. Do you think that I, the Supreme Episodes, don't have enough connections?
Not when it comes to catching the man that you've been searching for, apparently. Me! Oh god, me. Yeah. At this point, yes, said, actually, push him off his high horse. Like, they haven't helped you, have they? You've been searching for the person that killed your parents ever since you were little, weren't you?
They didn't help you so much so far, did they? I haven't done everything in my power yet.
So, your parents' death hasn't been that important to you until now?
The Pharaoh's court has long been rotten. You aren't friends or allies. You're like Sheshmu, whom you hate so much. You pursue your goals and don't do anything unless it benefits you. We're already so close to Simon. He's somewhere around here. Don't try to convince me that I need your services so much. You've been chasing that Sheshmu since taking command of your first squad, right? It has been many years. What progress have you made? Ooh! He's resourceful. He would have killed you in your sleep a long time ago if you really threatened his freedom. And he will kill you. You won't even be able to feel the cold of his soul. You'll just fall asleep and never wake up again. If you think someone at the Pharaoh's court will help you, you're not as clever as people say.
At this point, whoop his ass because I wanted him to actually feel the shame for once. Like, just for you to be speechless for a while. It seems that the Pharaoh's court is no better than the elite Sheshmu circles. Both are made of those who are ready to stab each other in the back if necessary, and Aemon serves this kind of people. Do you truly want me to escort her to the duat? Do you want us mortals to violate the will of the gods and invade a realm that has no place for the living? Ooh, right. The duat is like, non-existence, right? Like, the duat is where the people go when they die. There is a way to get there, but not everyone knows about it, and not everyone can walk this path. And what makes you think we can walk it? You should agree. How far are you willing to go for the sake of vengeance? Is my love for Eastman stronger than your desire to get to Aemon? You're out of line. I use my head instead of mindlessly accepting whatever's offered to me. Isn't this our only option? I'll do anything for my friend. I will find both the entrance to the duat and the exit, anything to achieve my goal. Are you prepared to do this, Epistates, after years of searching? Honesty! Eamon turned away, covering his mouth with his hand and stroking his chin thoughtfully. That suggestion did sound crazy. If it weren't for her dreams, Eva would have been plagued by doubts just like the Epistates. But the events of the past few days had come together to form a single picture that only lacked a few details. The duat, Anubis, and the night Eastman died. Livius, what do you think? He remained silent for a moment. Eva realized that he had some thoughts no one could guess, not even her. The healer was hiding something, basing his decision on reasons known only to him. I'm actually curious to why Hemstead needs him.
I think there's no other options. We've just sent the message to Memphis. We'll have to wait for it to reach its destination and then wait for an answer, unless someone intercepts it, of course, which is likely. It's going to take a while. If there is a chance to get to a place where no living person has ever set foot, we need to take it.
Levius is driven by his curiosity and thirst for knowledge. He wants to see everything, try everything. Eamon asked,
What do we need for this journey?
Seth suppressed a grin, but the corners of his mouth curled up triumphantly because he knows he got him in his sack.
Not much to drinks, but accuracy will be crucial. You know the recipe, healer. It's not for nothing that you've been sorting through your supplies this past few days. Right? Cups, mortars, herbs, rare tinctures, they will all come in handy. But first we need to go somewhere on the west side of the Nile. Is it a long journey? No. We'll be there by midnight if we set out now.
We'll be there tonight? What kind of place is that?
The place where lies the boundary separating the realms of the living from the one of the dead. We should go there as soon as it gets dark. If we arrive by nightfall, everything will be ready for your journey to the duat by sunset tomorrow. I haven't been there in so long. How do we get there? Is there a path?
Seth paused for a moment, wondering how to respond so as not to discourage them too soon.
I'll tell you when everything is ready. As I said, 4 people will go to the duat. Give us a guide. You too. And Agnia. She's interesting, by the way.
As soon as Seth mentioned her, the front door slammed open. The mercenary stood in the doorway, sweating and out of breath. What's wrong with you? Oh, God. Oh, no.
Eamon, we're in trouble. Agnia, I told you not to go out.
Said she just waved him off.
Everyone is gossiping about the settlement. The hunters are furious. You're nowhere to be found. Didion is in charge and the healer is missing. They don't know where you could be. All the patrol's points are occupied by the hunters. They know and you disappeared. They think you've deceived them.
What? Eamon shifted his attention instantly, grunting indignantly.
Deceived them? Do they have a death wish?
They think that he deceived them, that he actually is, I don't know. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say about this. They think that he's the bad guy, that he was using them for his own benefit and then dropped them as soon as he got the information.
Artisans from the settlement went to the market and told people that part of your squad is wondering what happened. Some think you disappeared as you hunted the elder and left them to die from the disease in Thebes without a healer, as Livius also fled. Others think...
What do they think? Y'all...
that you died, so that's why Titian is now in charge, and is keeping silent about everything so as not to cause panic.
The Epistates has his own work to do apart from dealing with us. Who would have thought that the Hunter Squad is a bunch of babies who can't be left alone? Oh, that's a good one. On the other hand, when there's so much going on, it's hard to stay calm and just wait. Their guess is actually correct. Eamon really did abandon them while he was hunting Samon. The Epistates ruffled his hair, losing control for a moment and biting his lip in frustration, but quickly regained his composure. With a heavy sigh, he said,
Maintaining order as the settlement is my main duty. I can't leave everything in a mess. I need to go back there and figure it out.
I was about to say, like, he will have to leave. He won't be there. Are you returning to the settlement? How are you going to come back to us? Apparently he's not. Eva didn't want Eamon to leave her, even for a short period of time. Not right at that moment.
I'll be back, Neferid. Don't worry about me.
I can't with this man. First he bitches at us. Now that I think about it, it's Eamon. And he never really was capable to ounce the words like I care for you or something. He's like more someone that shows. Like if he feels desire towards you, which come because of his feelings, then he will like kiss you. He's not someone that actually says it out loud. And the fact that he was bitching at us has nothing to do with us actually like intercepting with this man's thirst for vengeance. It has more to do because in his eyes, there is always like the slight possibility that when you go to the world of the dead that you may not come out. And since we are the one that have to go in there, he was scared of losing us, so he was bitching at us. Alright, Set sneered, not him chuckling.
That's right, Neferid. Don't worry. Your patron will take such good care of you that you'll forget about all your problems.
He just loves to provoke his ass. I was trying so hard to read it without grinning my ass off, y'all. It was so hard. Y'all. My god. Ooh. So are we a couple now or not? Like, this is too much for me. Like, or is this just them fighting over who has much more power? Like, both of them feel the need to actually be the dominant ones in the relationship. I have power over you because I'm your patron, okay? Like, you have to obey to me whether you like it or not. But because you are my patron, you don't necessarily have to see yourself as such. Like, just see me as your daddy. I will make sure that you're safe, that you're taken care of. I will not only take care of your mental health, but also about your physical health. If you should be trapped in a corner, you would feel some sexual desire, and you would feel the need to masturbate. Don't worry, I will help you. You won't have to need to use your hand. We can use my dick. Like, this is just the way things are giving me, because if not, he wouldn't feel the need to be like this. He's possessive. He's like, you don't need to take care of her. That's my concern. That's my job, because she's mine. He would never actually say that's my concern. Why it's his concern? If we're not official, if we're not together, he has no claim on us.
You don't need to take care of her. That's my concern.
Livius turned his eyes slowly to he has no idea what's going on. Everything was clear to him. He could see the man's interest in Eva turning into an argument. Yeah.
You're a trouble, Eva. Couldn't you have picked someone simpler to mess with?
Sorry, no. If I cause trauma, it will be with the biggest bitches. You are the most beautiful soul I've ever encountered, so I couldn't play with this man's heart. I saw that you could still play with this man's heart, and I couldn't do that to him. I prefer to immediately, like, keep in as, like, beautiful friendship basis / brother basis. Like, he family, and we respect our family. Like, we do not actually put you onto the shooting range. You are staying by my side, clear of any danger. Like, these two dogs can fight it out between themselves.
What, Hunter? Are you afraid to leave her with me? Of course, she's reckless and fickle, but you knew that already. What a funny couple you are.
Ooh, alright, this conversation has taken the wrong turn. This isn't the time. Oh, it is very the time, alright. Stop talking about me. I'm just worried that, shut it, let these bitches fight it out.
Oh yes, you should definitely be worried.
He's also making him feel bad for feeling the need to actually return to the base, because that was like his main duty. Why he came like to where we used to be before we went to Upper Egypt in the first place. Or was this actually just another hit that he wanted to throw at Eamon. Like, you should be very worried. If you're not here to protect her, I could also, like, turn it around. I'm not gonna protect her. Like, she's in danger with me here. What's going on? I've never seen Seth being so jealous of me before. Is this him actually being jealous? Well, oh well. Then let's go, boys. Like, let's fight it out. Let's just kiss and make up. Like, sorry. So far, he had only been amused by other people's interest in me. Why the sudden change? True, though, but I thought this was him actually, like, being amused. And him just provoking his ass because of his interest in us. But no, apparently he has always been laughing at the fact that people cared for us. Now he feels the need to actually provoke people and saying like, yeah, you're not the only one that has a claim on her. Seth is displeased with you and Eamon is losing trust. Your relationship with both of them has deteriorated. The heck is going on? The episode just started. I didn't do shit. What's going on? This is crazy. Agnia distracted them. I'm coming with you. My goodness, what the heck is going on?
No, stay here and keep them safe. I can only trust you and...
Livius! He suddenly looked at the healer, much to his and Eva's surprise.
Me?
Yes. Him? Eamon arched an eyebrow as if he hadn't said anything strange and didn't understand such a reaction, although he was the first to be surprised when Livius' name came to his mind along with Agnias.
Are you surprised?
Considering the fact you were fighting with him over me in the first season, yes.
I must have missed a moment when you started to trust me. You don't seem to harbor any malicious thoughts. If you had any, they were probably coming from me.
Excuse me? Not him actually shitting on us now? God damn, what the heck is going on?
I don't think you'll do anything foolish. You're the most sensible person in this room. I can trust that everything will be fine if I leave you and Agnia here. You're wise and she's strong.
Damn, I never thought I'd hear him say something like this. Eamon is expressing his respect to Livius. He must be really wary from Seth and me. The heck is going on? Of course Seth would be living. Seth started laughing. Of course, Livius and Agnia were going to be able to keep everything under control. Especially him, right? Eamon can hardly believe his own words, but Livius appreciates them. The trust between them is growing. Aww. Love this. Eamon didn't have a choice. Either that or leave the settlement in complete chaos, which was something his sense of duty couldn't allow. I did say something about his sense of duty in the previous season. What about me? Doesn't he trust me at all? Nah, he jealous. Don't be putting this on trust, like he jealous. Although I can hardly blame him. I haven't earned his trust yet, but it still hurts. He didn't have to be so blunt.
Come back by dawn. It's important. Where should I meet you? On the west side of the river, south of Thebes, there is an ancient palace. A palace? South of Thebes, I saw something similar on an old map. It's called the Palace of the Dazzling 18. Is the abandoned mansion of one of the greatest pharaohs of the past, marking the boundary between the worlds. The last frontier before the boundary, it doesn't serve as an entrance, but it protects it. The main thing is to get there in time.
The episode's nodded.
The boundary between the worlds, south of Thebes, what are you talking about?
Oh, you haven't been there, sweetheart. We need to update you.
Livius of Paella, take my things so that I don't waste any time. They're in the bedroom. Alright.
The heck is going on? This is so cute to see, though. Let's go. I'm here shipping Eamon and Livia's friendship. Eamon said no more and went outside. It was late afternoon and he didn't have to worry about getting sunburned. But the fact that she was like, I haven't earned his trust yet, so of course he would behave like this, but it still hurts. But Livia's earned his trust? He hasn't done much more than we have. No, he just didn't feel the need to emphasize that he trusts us because he's jealous right now. He upset. Like, apparently both of them are not pleased that they have a special place in our heart because they both want to have us for themselves. They were both claiming ownership of us, so they were jealous. The heck? Everyone went on about their day, looking at the hunter. Eva felt a sudden urge to run after him and what? It doesn't matter what, we're drifting apart again. I should at least say a few words to him so that his heart is at ease and he doesn't doubt me. I don't want to add to his stress. Eamon is going to have a hard time taking care of things. Eva began packing her things. Let's try to make up, y'all. Please, again, let me know in the comments if you want me to pursue Seth or Eamon, because I have the feeling that if I continue to play, since we're already going into season 3, I feel like I'm gonna end up with no one. So, let's go. While everyone was busy doing their own thing, Eva sneaked to the door and then followed the hunter out. Uh-oh. Well, depending on what you tell me, I'm gonna replay the episode / the season. I know that a lot of you wanted me to do the Eamon version at first, but a lot has happened since then, so when you know, you know. Just let me know. Eamon heard the wooden door slam shut again, froze and turned around puzzled. At least don't treat me like a piece of shit.
You're not coming with me. Do you understand?
I understood it the first time, thank you. I wasn't planning on it. I wouldn't return to the settlement even if I were threatened with death. The hunter turned his whole body to face her, his stern expression softened as the corners of his mouth curled up in a faint smile.
So you followed me because...
I wanted to talk to you before you left.
Why talk? You'd better come over here.
What you talking about? Without asking any questions, Eva closed the distance between them in a few steps. Eamon looked at her with his head down, his expression relaxed and kind. Now all of a sudden y'all. This is actually giving me like the feeling of like having Secret Requiem, like the gem choices between us and Dimitri, or us and Anna, or us and Greg, like especially in the first season, like there is no development from their part. The only development happens when you pick the gem choices. The second you pick the gem choices, they're like kind of inclined to like give you a little bit of love. When you don't pick the gem choices, they tell you to shove it. No matter what you do. This is ridiculous. Are you really ready to travel to the duat for my sake? To some extent, it's impossible for me to believe it.
There are many reasons for making such a journey. The redhead Shishmi only does what benefits him, but as long as our goals are the same, it also helps our cause. I know that you'll find a way to get there anyway, even if you were to be tied to a post, so I'd better go with you than let you go alone.
I wouldn't be alone. Livius would come with me. Right.
So that both of you can get killed there. Excellent plan.
He's not having it. You're worried about me.
I am. I don't know what awaits us there or what to prepare for. You're the most precious person to me right now.
Oh. Nah, y'all, I can't feel it. I can't feel it because now I have the picture of Dimitri, Anna, and Greg choices of season 1 in my head. Like, this man was bitchy because, I played, so of course it's partially my fault, but he was a little bitch, feeling the need to tell me that I fucked up. And then I picked the gem choice and he's talking to us nicely, cutely. No. Amen.
I've lost those I loved without being able to help them in any way. I won't let that happen again. I'm ready to kill for you.
The murder of his parents left a deep scar on him. I mean, I did say, sooner or later we'll need to have this conversation about how things turn out after he was left orphaned. We'll discuss my sorrows too. I'll have to tell him about my mother, about how I ran away and then met Remao at the market.
Eva, You look so thoughtful and sad. Did I scare you?
Oh, no, he making me feel for him again. No, 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 no. You don't scare me at all. Not anymore.
I don't want to pressure you or talk about killing, but we're going to the duet, not for a casual stroll. You have to understand our path won't be easy.
On the contrary, it's comforting to know I'm well protected.
Don't rest easy. Your safety is my concern now.
The episode raised his pale eyes to the sky, checking the time, and asked,
Is there anything else you wanted to tell me, Neferid?
Talking wasn't enough for Eva. She didn't want to keep him, but she also wasn't yet ready to say goodbye. She hesitated, not knowing how to at least hug him before he left. I won't take up too much of your time. I know you're in a hurry.
The ride will be short, and it won't take me long to put them all in their place.
Yeah, he gonna come there like a wrecking ball being like, what the fuck you think you're doing, bitches? I'm still very well alive. And then he's gonna come back.
Take up as much of my time as you want.
Are you going to reprimand them? Eamon held out his hand, and the moment before he put it on Eva's head felt like an eternity. She had been waiting for that. Every time her heart trembled in anticipation of his touch. He gently caressed the top of her head, enjoying the newfound freedom to show his affection without having to hold back or feel ashamed. Despite his affectionate gaze, there was a less than veiled threat in his voice as he answered her.
The midday desert heat will seem like the green fields of Aru compared to what I'm going to do to them. Orders are orders. If they are told to obey Titian, the hunters should do exactly that, and not rock an already sinking boat. Someone must think he has a say in this and can incite unrest in the squad. He's probably eager to return to the capital while I'm not there keeping an eye on things.
He's smiling at me while talking about how severely he will punish a squad. I'm glad his words are not aimed at me. I mean, we know he's capable of such awful things. Do the hunters want to go back to the capital?
Of course. They're afraid of the disease. They'll use any excuse to change the rules and shift the focus to returning to the capital. It takes a strong and tough hand to keep them all in line.
That's him saying they're all bitches. Okay. Alright.
As soon as I left, someone must have immediately taken advantage of the situation.
Titian, what are you going to do? His warm fingers moved from Eva's hair to her face. He carefully ran them along her smooth skin, admiring his beloved, and then lowered them to her neck. He pressed on her neck a little, pulling Eva closer, and then smiled when she dared to stretch out her arms in response to hug him. Finally, Eva clung to his chest, pressing her cheek to his taut muscles, ready to squeal in happiness. The slow and rhythmic beating of his heart miraculously calmed her down. Eamon tenderly caressed her back, watching how contented and serene she looked. It was so nice to feel her small hands on him.
You don't need to know, Evitus, but I will discourage them once and for all from sowing discord. And the one who started all this better prepare himself to patrol Thebes. I'll put him right at the epicenter of the disease.
Damn! This man said this is my time to shine and no one is taking it away from me. Damn!
One single disgruntled or groan look or word and 20 lashes will follow.
Damn! Seeing Eva's reaction, the episode laughed heartily. Of course he did.
Did I scare you?
The fact he's amused. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
That's what happens to those who break my rules.
He kissed Eva on her forehead, hugging her waist a little tighter, and then pulled away.
When I'm done, I'll come straight to meet you. Be reasonable and stay away from that shishmoo.
He is so not having him. He is so not having him, y'all. The jealousy, the jealous. You'll be reasonable too, although you always are. But you never know what can be on their mind. The hunters are all insane. She spoke about the squad in her usual manner, but caught herself and clarified. Except you, and Titian, of course.
Of course.
Right? Eamon is pleased to know that you care about him. Your relationship has improved. You're welcome. Of course I care about him. It's more like the fact that I played. What whipping will await me inside? or I completely closed off the relationship with my master. He walked away from her, waving his hand. The look he gave her made Eva want to rush back into his arms, but the time was running out and they had to say goodbye. Uh-oh. When Eva went back inside, only Seth was in the room. He was sitting crossed legs among the pillows, staring at the door. Ooh! Oh, God! I was hoping he was gone. I actually was hoping he was gone.
Were you two having a cuddle?
Were you waiting for me?
I was. I wanted to see your face.
Oh my God.
Well, it's the same as when you're with me or if there is some other expression on it.
That's different.
Of course, I know you're attracted to me only because I'm the source of your power, but the hunt is what your heart yearns for.
Well, maybe he's right. Does my attraction to Seth come from my heart and not from my essence that's drawn to him? It's different with Aemon. But I shouldn't expect a deity to trust me. It's hard to gain his favor. Seth doesn't let humans get too close to him. He sees how fickle you are, and this only confirms his beliefs. I have no idea what to do. Did I fuck it up or not? Like, people, let me know in the comments. Again, I'm willing to replay. Agnia returned to the room. I don't understand. Where is everyone going? Why do we need to go south? And what bother are you talking about?
I'll tell you all about it. I'm sure a mercenary like you will love it. I know you like to have fun and travel, and I know just the place. But get your things first.
Aemon said I have to come with you and he'll join us later. What do we need to do in that place? Eva.
I'll explain everything when I'm done.
Am I a dog to just sit there and wait?
Do you think I would dare to treat you like that?
You're an important part of this journey, trust me, but we don't have much time, so I'll fill you in on the details on the way.
Where's Ramesses? We have to tell him.
Find him. You should get ready too.
I need to change and I'll be ready. Eva hurriedly went into the bedroom. Y'all, I don't know what to do. She put her things into a bag, then took out several outfits she could wear. Again, no idea what to do. Ooh. Orion was already waiting for her. The dog was wagging his tail, his ears pricked up as if he were ready to follow her to the end of the earth. How would I manage to leave you? I hope Ramesses will take care of you while I'm busy. Yes, I'll have to leave you. The face if looks could kill. No? Do you want to come with me? Oh, cute. I'm afraid that won't do. Trust me, you don't want to go there. And again, he's pissed. Orion looked at her unhappily, his paw scratching the floor. Eva planned to take the dog at least up to the palace, but she'd have to ask Seth about taking him to the duat. As she packed the last of her clothes, she thought about what was going to happen next. Anubis said if I wanted to help Eastman, I need to find inner peace first. What exactly did he mean by that? What kind of inner peace? At this point, you should find out who you want. He said that everything would depend on me, even before Eastman's body burned down. Does this mean that everything was predetermined? The fire, the chase? My dreams had started even earlier in Hermopolis. Maybe his death wasn't an accident, and everything has been leading up to it. I was too foolish to see it right away. This is just the beginning. It always gets worse before it becomes better. It's obvious that all the trouble that each of us faced have brought us here so that we can solve this together. If all this was predetermined, then Sai is preparing us for something. That path of fate are winding and this doesn't bode well. Over time we've become stronger, but what for? Is our main test in the duat or even further away and the duat is just another step forward? Why did we all meet? There were so many signs that big changes were coming, and there were a lot of reasons to think that our path leads to the duat. I didn't notice it, like a child distracted by my own games, but the deaths of others and the voice in my dreams made me realize how wrong I was. The art of necromancy. Eva felt somewhat relieved when she thought about her skills. It was as if I knew how things would play out, so I chose necromancy, while my art helped me in the realm of the dead. Will I understand things better, know where to go and what to do? At that moment, she looked at her dog and felt her mouth drop with realization. You, Orion, you also belong to Eastman. The question mark. You can help me find him, even without his saw. Eva jumped up, realizing that her first meeting with the dog had been no accident. He had found her. Maybe that was why? Alright, we'll see. Maybe we meet each other so that we can travel to the duat? Bye. Eva finished packing the last bag and heard footsteps behind her. Choosing a premium outfit will improve any relationship with Ramesses. I don't think at this point that we should choose something because he no love interest of us. Ram, here you are, at last.
As Olivia's packing up, he said we're leaving.
Ramesses noticed confusion on Eva's face and it made him tense.
How does Eamon leave? What's going on?
It's complicated.
Has it ever been simple?
That. Let me explain. They didn't have time to discuss everything, but Eva told Ramesses the most important part about the journey and said words about the palace of the dazzling Aten and even about Aemon agreeing to go to the duat. By the end of their story, the necromancer was no longer standing, but had collapsed onto a chair. He was shocked. Orion was gnawing on his paw nearby.
The duat? Are you being serious? That's the realm of the dead.
I know that, but we have no choice. You don't have to come with us. We just need you to help us.
Help you? Wow. I'll be happy to help you, Eva. You're my friend, but are you sure you want to take this risk? It's certain death.
I won't be alone, but with the others. Set, the four of us are going, and you'll be helping us from this world among the living. It's important. Come with us. It's dangerous to stay here alone anyway.
Is this really going to help us find Samon?
I'm sure of it. Eva heard Agnia's indignant voice from the common room. Seth must have been telling her everything. And then the Sheshmi heard her burst into laughter, either hysterical or enthusiastic. The god of chaos was probably right. Agnia would enjoy such a journey. Of course she would. Sometime later in the settlement near Thebes, oh god, we see it from his point of view, the hunters were lined up, keeping their heads down. The voice of the Supreme Apostates, who was still scolding them like children, echoed in the settlement for several minutes after the end of their punishment. God damn, Aemon, relax. Suddenly they heard the scream of two hunters who were being dragged into the torture chamber because of their attempts to subvert the order of things. Titian was standing behind Aemon. He had been relieved to see the apostates approaching the gate at sunset, but at the same time he was tense. He knew how severely Aemon would punish those who made him put his plans on hold. Titian ran his eyes over the crowd and immediately found Hers, who was looking anxiously at him. Oh god. Nah. I was willing to have them have their happy ending. He just blinked at her, trying to comfort her. He wanted to tell her that everything was going to be fine and she had nothing to fear. After her interrogation, Titian had insisted that Hers be given the house where Eva had lived and provided her with everything she needed. Oh, officially this was done to keep an eye on the former assistant of the fugitive healer, just in case. However, many had noticed Titian visit her in the evenings and give her special attention, so the rest of the hunters didn't dare to look down on her. They didn't want to lose her head, but Hers preferred being left alone. She wasn't very comfortable enough among strangers, although she could be charming when necessary. I feel bad though, like she loved Livius. Not in a romantic way, but they were sort of like families, they were close friends, and she actually had to let him go. Damn.
So, to sum up, when I leave my right-hand man in charge, his order carry the same weight as mine. Doubting his word is like doubting mine.
Ooh, wow.
When Titian speaks on my behalf, think of it as if I'm the one speaking. The punishment for disobeying him will be the same as if you disobeyed me.
Wow, he is not having anything. Aemon took a step toward the hunters and gave each of them a stern, piercing look. No one dared to lift their heads, and now their little bitch is backed into a corner, huh?
Does anyone here doubt me? My orders?
Everyone remained silent, of course, because they're little pussies.
Well, I was busy hunting for an elder. You're rioting and cowardly asking to flee to the capital. Is this how you want to show yourself to the people?
Someone dared to speak up. My goodness. He actually has a death wish, this one.
But it states the disease is everywhere and the main healer has fled. People are dying and we're here in our settlement. There are few who's already fallen ill. We're already going to die here if we don't leave right now. How do we fight this if the famous healer himself got scared and left Thebes?
Aemon turns his attention to the young man.
State your name first, Hunter.
Before addressing the Supreme Epistates, my name is Al from Atribis, Supreme Epistates.
Oh, from Atribus, tell me, why did we come here? You're silent. Alright, let me put the question another way. Did we come here to look for a cure? Or to follow the tracks of the elder who created this curse?
I'm ready to die in battle for you epistates and give my life for the embodiment of God on this earth by all means. The second, but not to die of illness gaunt weak in a dirty corner. Like Ignaten. And do you know who was helping the famous healer? She also died. She died. She gone. Her body was taken away first, and then they brought it back and left it here in one of the houses. No one now goes in there as they're afraid of catching the disease. It's definitely contagious. The overseer of the settlement ordered Ignaten to send the body to her family. They're wealthy people. They wanted to bury their daughter properly.
You can't take bodies out of Tebas. Find Kaladin. What kind of orders has he given without my knowledge?
The hunter got flustered.
That's what they did, Epistates. The hunters patrolling the outskirts didn't allow the body to be taken out and sent it back here. I reckon Ignaten spent the whole day with the body. He brought it back by sunset, and the next day he also got sick. Oh, trouble is upon us. The gods are angry. Is the curse the real reason?
Aemon thought about it. All the hunters of the settlement had been in contact with the residents of Thebes, but no one had fallen ill until recently. Ignaten had spent more time in the city and near the outskirts and only then got sick. Was it because of Tino's body? The disease wasn't transmitted through contact. If there was the case, the whole settlement would have been already infected. There was nothing dangerous about being outside of it, and in the outskirts either. Even Livius were healthy. Remao hadn't looked sick or frail either. His moves during the fight had seemed flawless, and he had done everything an elder Shishma could do. He had deftly avoided a full-on fight, moved with the coiled grace of a snake, and made quick, nimble feints. He had looked battered, but otherwise healthy. Perhaps it was... If you ask me, I don't think it's the air. Because she was in the settlement, but only when this man was close to her. Oh, this is difficult. I don't think it's either of these things. I don't think it's the air. She couldn't eat, so how come? I'm gonna say it's the curse. There was no other way to explain how the illness chose people. Some got sick, some didn't, although they all moved around Thebes and the outskirts in the same way. Some died quickly, others suffered for a long time, even if those people could have been living side by side. It's not for nothing that the tomb of Epistates Amos had been open, and that the young man who had drowned in the Nile had been running from someone on the night of his death, according to Eva. And it was not for nothing that Remao, who had been close to Saemon, had remained healthy despite all his wanderings. Ignaten had gotten sick as soon as he walked around the outskirts in the city, but the Sheshmu hadn't. What curse could Livius find against that cure? Oh, against that curse, only a blessing ritual from a healer priest could help, but first they had to find the source of all that. Necromancy.
Take me to Ignaten. I want to see him.
Titian leaned a little closer to the Epistates and asked him in a whisper,
Are you sure, Amin? You couldn't afford to get sick.
I won't get sick.
Well, it's up to you, brother, but at least keep your distance. Don't gamble with fate. Hers is taking care of him. She's the one from Behelau who was helping the famous healer. Do you remember her? I have asked her not to go inside. I only let her bring him water and ask him how he feels through the door or a window. Hers doesn't like that. She wants to keep an eye on him day and night, but I'm trying to keep her away.
You're trying to keep her away? The whole settlement has gone to Eastfed, yet you're busy courting a Macedonian woman.
Son, you are courting a Sheshmu. Titian pressed his lips tightly together and replied quite innocently,
Oh, there's never a right time for matters of the heart, is there?
Take me there. Let her show me the sick hunter.
I'm already here. I know you would be interested, Epistates.
Before leaving, Aemon commanded,
Go eat while I'm busy. When I return, I'll decide what we're going to do next. and find Khaled underneath.
The hunters began to disperse, whispering,
Looks like no one can deal with the disease, and if it's not a curse and not the god's punishment, then what?
Titian opened the door to the house. Eamon recognized the room immediately. It used to be Remaho's, and that seemed to him a twisted joke of the god's Shah. One had lived there and had died the other day. Another was living there now, and his days were also numbered. It smelled very bad, just like in House of Anubis. For some reason, he thought that Tino's body might have been lying there too. God. Oh my God. Poor him.
Who is that?
Yeah. Hers stepped inside and spoke gently.
It's me. The Supreme Epistates himself has come to see you. Are you able to receive him?
Epistates?
Eamon leaned over to hers.
How is he doing?
He's in bad shape. Look, he got barely moving. He has no appetite and his whole body aches. His cheeks are so hollow, as if he hasn't eaten anything in a week. He only drinks water.
I see.
He wanted to stand up straight, but hers grabbed Eamon's wrist. Much to his surprise, she asked just as quietly,
How is Livius? I know he's with you. Is he well? Is he right?
Oh, I love her. Please keep her alive.
How do you know?
Eamon gave Titian a disgruntled look.
He's fed. Get out, both of you.
The epistates jerked his hand away in one snapping motion. Hers took a few steps back so as not to disturb them. Titian stood in the doorway with his whole shoulder against it.
I thought the curse wouldn't affect us, but the city killed me. It must be hard for you. Did something happen on the road while you were transporting the body?
Out of the corner of his eye, Eamon saw a bundle under the bed, long, bulky. He could see the outline of legs, arms, and chest. Tiana was lying there. She had been there for days. My goodness, the heck's going on?
Show me the body.
Y'all for y'all, I decided to pay again for the gems because I didn't have anyone anymore. But I was thinking about actually waiting until I was capable to actually save up all those gems. But then I thought about there were a lot of people that wanted to watch my Song of the Crimson Nile reaction. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna pay for it. Everything for y'all.
I see a woman under your bed. Was there no other place to put her?
Do you really want to see this?
Do I? That's the fucking question.
There is a disease in this house. If I caught it from the body, where should we put it, if not here? Soon I'll be laying next to her in a similar bundle.
You should eat something. If the gods are merciful, you won't lie down next to her.
But poor Tino, to be quite honest, like, she was kind of bratty, but she didn't deserve to die because of that disease. Besides, we don't really know exactly what that disease does to you, do we?
My father said all women are liars. I see you are one too.
Bye. Oh, he was not having the woman slander, period. He's a feminist.
Show me the body. Now.
Do I want to see that body? Ignatin struggled feebly to his feet, kneeled down, and slowly, with all his strength, began pulling Tino from under the bed. Eamon didn't help. Titian was right. He wasn't going to take any chances.
Tell me about that day. What is there to tell? Most of our people were on patrol, scattered in various directions, guarding the outskirts. And I of Keradan ordered me to take the body to the borders of Thebes, to send it to Hermopolis to her family.
The bundle was now in full view. The hunter began unraveling the script of the line. Nope. No, thank you. And I decided to actually speak him like that for the people that just thought, why am I changing the voice again? I decided to do it like this because he said that he only drank a little bit of water, but he must be starving, and that also contributes to the feeling of hunger and weakness.
I trudged on for a little while. I ran out of food and water, and when I got to the outskirts, the people turned me away. They said the overseer has lost his mind. You can't take anyone out. I couldn't get a word in, so I went back. Did you run into anyone? Did anyone touch you?
Ignaten shook his head.
No one touched me. I kept away. I only stopped by the market. I nearly died of thirst on the way to the settlement, so I drank some water but didn't dare to eat.
So it's water. It's water. It has to be water. As in nutrition. That's how the disease spreads, because air can't be it, or else everyone in the settlement would be dead already. So the only thing that he didn't do was eat. He drank a bit of water that he bought from the market, and that's when he started to get sick. So it's not food, it's water. Again, Merlin. Eamon pursed his lips, and then he saw the dead woman. Oh my... This actually gives off vibes of like The Walking Dead. I am not kidding. Look at this. Poor her, though. Me. Go away with that face. Her pale, almost grey skin covered with ulcers was the first thing that caught his eye. You'd think the hair had fallen out and clumsy, and even her eyebrows were gone. I can't read anymore. I'm blind. She had obviously been very ill before going to the Duat, her last journey. She was also terribly thin, haggard, as if she hadn't been eating or drinking properly. Her once smooth and elegant face was sharp and impassive, devoid of a single emotion. Now, I'm not trying to insult her. For the people that actually felt a little bit offended, no, I'm not insulting her. That's just me actually showing you all how bad I'm feeling for what she must have been going through before she died. Like, this is a disease. This is not some pleasant death here. A disease is supposed to technically make you rot from the inside out. Imagine you slowly feeling that you're dying. You know it's coming, and you are slowly feeling worse and worse as the seconds go by, and you feel everything with the most powerful impact. You see literally death closing in on you, and you can't do anything. Goddamn.
We should have her dissected. That's what I think.
Or not dissected. If you ask me, I don't think that's gonna do a damn thing.
Besides, a lot of dead have already been dissected. There are dozens or even hundreds of such people in Tibes. They have nothing inside except ulcers.
Eamon shook his head.
Wrap her up. Hurst, tell the cook to make some soup for him. If he can't bear solid food but only drinks, he should be able to take it. Thank you, Epistates. May the great Ra protect you from all harm.
I feel bad for him. Ignaten has told Eamon about his day and showed him the body. Now you have more information about the disease. Now, the disease is actually freaking me the fuck out. This actually gives off vibes of zombie apocalypse. Eamon nodded goodbye and left the house, ducking his head to get through the door. Nah. Bye-bye. Goodbye. I'm not taking any chances. Things were bad. Really bad. You think? Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the west bank of the Nile, south of Tibes, of course, as sad as promised, as soon as the moon reached the highest point, the outline of the palace appeared on the horizon. Are we seeing this? It's beautiful. The large complex stood among the endless stretches of sand surrounded by lonely, featureless hills. There was a noise close by. A narrow river with rubby water ran to the palace of the dazzling Aten, forming a lake. Sad and Eva were riding a horse together, hugging the broad, strong back of her patron. Eva felt calmer than ever. Frankly speaking, it wasn't just about being safe, but also about the pleasure of being so close to him. She really is jungling both these men like it's nothing. They be upset, but the next second she jumping onto them. That's my mistake. I played. Seth understood that perfectly well. Goddamn. Eva's attempts to snuggle closer to him made the god of chaos grin. Now he's fine again. After Eamon is out of the picture, no more jealousy. Now he's fine with her snuggling up against him. I don't know, maybe her literally closing in on his personal space. Her like rubbing against his back. I don't know. Maybe even her moving her hips a little bit too much for everyone else's liking. And this man just finding it completely hilarious that she's grinding up to him. Of course. Why wouldn't he have a hard on after this? Why wouldn't he enjoy himself? Livius and Ramesses were sitting next to each other on a horse, and Agnia was riding alone. Aemon had taken the fourth horse when he left for the settlement. At first, Orion had been running alongside them, but an hour into the journey, Eva had picked up the dog.
So we're really going to the Duat. I don't know if I'm more excited or terrified.
Stay calm. If you cast away all fears and follow my advice, you will walk this path alive and unharmed.
Tell us exactly what we're going to do. Where are we all going, but Ramesses stays?
The necromancer will keep order and protect your bodies. All your lives will depend on him, and you're needed to pay Eva's way.
Pay? Me! What do you mean pay? I need to make an extra pay. Am I walking into the world of the dead? I mean, yes, we're walking into the world of the dead, but I feel like I wasn't capable to actually express what I actually wanted to say. Do I need to make some sort of debt with the dead? That's what I wanted to say. Like, I know we're going to the Duat. The Duat is like the underworld. Do I need to make a debt with one of the demons or whatever it is that is down there, like maybe with Anubis himself, in order for me to could actually walk into this man's realm?
You won't be any poorer for it. On the contrary, if you succeed, you will get the most valuable thing in the world.
Which is treasure, money, wealth, treasure?
Precious stones.
An ancient weapon.
So, Livius, I love him so much. He's like, sleep. Me. For fuck's sake, that's me.
Sound healthy sleep.
Livius is an icon. That's what I would have said, honestly. I mean, the most precious thing in the world, a lot of people say power and money. That's the most important thing, because sadly, that's how the world works. But in my eyes, let me sleep. That's what I'm content with. Sleep.
So many questions, you better do it once and find out, then ask 5 times and bore me.
Bye. Why the palace of the dazzling Aten? Wasn't it the great palace of the former pharaoh, as Aemon said? Seth shook his head, peering at the columns and majestic walls of the distant building glowing in the moonlight.
It was. With the coming of Eked Kasud, everything has changed in our lands.
Rulers of foreign lands.
The pharaoh and his dynasty left their home with battles for territory became more frequent. But the earth, soaked in blood and enchanted with priest spells, has special value.
There has been a good deal of talk about this place. Even I've heard about it. About the noise and voices coming from there. About the light flickering occasionally in the windows. This is an invested, haunted house. We're not actually entering an invested house. We're not clear of the dead even in the world of the living, bitches. Like, they be following around. Those who dared to get closer to told people all about it. I learned a lot when I was still a girl hanging around the market. Some say the palace is cursed and are afraid to approach it. Others believe that it was given to the gods and don't disturb its solitude out of respect.
You said you needed my skills. What do you want me to do? Well,
Seth, describe the ritual in detail, please. In detail. Don't leave anything out. I don't want negative surprises.
You will brew 2 potions. It will take a night. The first one should be made by someone who's close to death. An assassin, a priest, or a servant of a house if Anubis might fit. But we have a necromancer, so that's even better.
Bye.
Ramesses, you will make it under your guidance, healer.
Oh, he personally has to brew it. Now I understood it, because I was like, what does Livius have to do with this? Or more like, what does this man have to do with it? Does he just need to allow Livius to borrow some of his energy, like some of his ka? I don't know if that's a thing, if that's possible or not.
Not just a potion, but any poison you know.
Poison?
One that will cause a quick and painless death.
What? You want us to die? I thought this was gonna be some sort of like astral projection or something. You know, that my body's in the world of the living, but my soul is going down to hell, or, you know, into non-existence.
You know, the simple healer, surely you've been taught that. That's the first thing we'll need, the first ball. The other potion should be made by someone who gives life. Most often it's a healer or priest, so you'll be perfect.
That's why he needs him. He's a healer. Oh god, hold up. I remember something about this from Teen Wolf. That's when it's like healers, philosophers, sacrificing those will give you infinite strength.
A life-giving elixir that helps people get back on their feet and gets rid of sickness. You came to Tebas from the capital to find a cure for the disease, didn't you? I'm sure you have something suitable. That's the second thing we'll need, the second bowl, and the third thing.
Flowers?
White flowers streaked with red that bloom on the Nile floods during Akhet. They can only be found at night in the moonlight. Crimson turmeric, or moonflowers. Today we will gather them along the river near the walls of the palace.
Let's hope that this time no one kills us.
We'll add them to each of the potions, then it'll work.
I'm confused.
I'll show you what happens next later.
When everyone finally found out what was going to happen, Eva said, "So you've decided to kill us with a potion?" I don't want to die. Me. I mean, I wouldn't want to test this man on anything that he says. I mean, we asked him, he gave us an answer, and now we're questioning this man's words. I feel like he's the kind of person, since he is a deity, he's a god, I think he's more like the person that is like, you don't have to believe me, you just do as I said and dot. You don't have to do shit, like... No. You know what? I feel like this is gonna backfire so fucking hard, but I have to. So you decided to kill us with a poison. We'll have to drink the first potion, right? If we don't wake up, we'll all die.
Haven't I made it clear to you many times that I won't let you die?
Y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm a sim for said. He kind of gives off vibes of Malbonte. I'm so fucking sorry. He actually does. He does, because it's not like he's not really using force on us. He just says that he has power over us, but it's not like he actually is openly doing something about the fact that he has power over us. And that's also what Malbonte did. Eamon, on the other side, he would always show his authority and make us fear for our lives. Again, I will never forget that scene. It was hot as fuck, but still, you would actually feel so bad. You would tremble from anxiety, panic.
Do we only need Ramesses to make the first potion? No, I will explain the next stage when the hunter returns. I've already told you that your entire stay in the duat depends on the necromancer.
Ramesses won't pale at the sun responsibility and me. You're telling me that 5 people will die if I fuck up? Thank you. Ramesses. My poor man. My poor child.
I'm having more and more doubts about this plan.
Now, Livius. Path of high renown, period. That's what your ugly asses get.
It's a good thing Eva is around.
Me?
You keep getting into trouble, but you're surprisingly lucky.
Bye. That's your way of saying you love me.
You could have lost your head 20 times already, yet you're still with us, alive and well.
Life is not done with my sorry ass Livius. That's something different. It hasn't punished me enough. I haven't repent for my sins.
I wouldn't be surprised if you come back from the realm of the dead healthier than before.
I love him. I love him with a burning passion.
And so will we.
I love him.
Even if certain death awaits us, imagine how spectacular it will be. Have you met anyone who perished not because of disease, hunger, or battle wounds? Or ride in the realm of the dead?
Bye. You will hold your own even in the duet. You will be completely fine, girl. You of all people shouldn't be worried.
Really?
Your power doesn't just lie in your fighting skills, but in your sharp tongue and strong-willed nature, period. That's why she's an icon. I wouldn't want her on my bag. Like, even if I wouldn't know that she's a mercenary. She has such a sharp tongue, y'all. She's making everyone feel insecure of themselves. Simply standing next to you is enough to make me feel more confident, period. She has that aura. Agnia smiled one of her predatory grins, tucking a lock of hair behind her ear. Now she's perked up.
Many who met me didn't like that.
Oh, I love that about you. I love that. The people that can't stand confidence is because they don't have any themselves. I think they were just afraid of you. Agnia likes that you appreciate her character. She has a beautiful character. Besides, even if there are people out there that don't appreciate her character, you don't have to like her. It's fine. In my eyes, that's something I had to learn because I always wanted to believe that everyone can be friends, that everyone can get along. Sadly, in reality, that's not how things are. You won't be capable to get along with everyone, and that's okay. The world is big. Sooner or later, you will find someone that matches your energy, and it can be found everywhere. Again, the world is big. So just because the people around you right now don't appreciate you for who you are, you will meet people that will appreciate you and even cherish who you truly are. So if she met people that didn't like her character, that's fine. They weren't meant to be in her lives. There are people that are meant to be in your life for a short period of time, maybe even just to help you through an awful phase, maybe to make you just learn something from a past mistake, and then they disappear. And there are people that are meant to be by your side forever. As in long life friendship, long life family, long life lover. You can find that kind of love in every sort of shape. So, if you didn't appreciate my character and you left the second that I started to show you more parts of my personality and you didn't like them, then you weren't meant to be by my side forever. Because I sure as hell am not gonna feel bad for being me. A lot of people out there couldn't possibly hate me more. They couldn't hate me more. And then there are people in my comment section. You all know who I'm talking about, even the silent ones. There are people that watch my commentary with such passion, but they're too afraid to write comments down. I love you. Even the silent viewers and the ones that comment, you all know who you are. I love you and I appreciate you. I appreciate your character. I appreciate honesty. I say every single time what I appreciate. And the people in the comments, the ones that have commented so many times under my videos, I be telling you all the damn time as well. You know who you are. And it's because of people like you that I started to believe that there is literally a way out for me. That a lifelong friendship can be found for me in this world. Not everyone is struggling of finding friendships and everything long-lasting. Considering how good you are at being threatening and fighting apart from the poison we'll have to drink, we are in no danger. I've heard that the duet is filled with monsters, but even they flee before you. Damn! I don't know if I would feel flattered by that or not, but maybe she will.
I'm very flattered.
Agnia laughed so heartily as if Eva had paid her the best of compliments.
In my life, I've been on different journeys and seen different things, but I couldn't ever imagine where fate would take me. I've never been so excited about something before.
At least someone is happy about this. Sad raised his eyebrow in satisfaction. Son!
That's the right mindset to have. That can only harm those who are afraid of them.
I love Seth with a burning passion. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm starting to feel really attracted to Seth. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the fact that this man is so mysterious, and even though he's not really capable to show it, you can see how much he cares for us. And then he is like the type of person, the second he likes you, he doesn't always change his attitude in comparison to Aemon. The second you say something or disagree with him, he feels the need to show his authority, and I fucking hate that. Soon they arrived at the palace of the Dazzling Aten. They entered the huge gate and got off their horses. Where even are we? It was a massive palace. The walls of the tall fortress created the semblance of a small city protecting the main building. Inside, one could find rare plants, painted columns partially submerged in sand, and pieces of furniture left behind. Seth showed Livius where he could prepare the potions and told Ramesses the way to the nearby river so that he could go pick the moon flowers. They had yet to fully realize that by the end of the following day, almost all of them would have drunk poison and entered another world. It sounded like something unreal, something crazy and inevitable. Agnia wanted to walk around the palace while there was still time and explore it. She had always been driven by curiosity, whether it was visiting a building abandoned centuries ago or going into the Duat. This woman is something, no matter what it was and how dangerous it was. The main thing was that it would give her the emotions she lived for. When Eva and Seth were left alone, he allowed himself to relax on the floor and lean his back against the wall. Eva thought she should go find Livius and offer to help him. It seemed to her that he had been acting a little strange again. Do you promise that we won't die, Master? Again with the Master. Honestly, at this point, remember what I did with the other story, where we had to say, Your Highness, and I was done with that bullshit licking everyone's ass, so I was like, Daddy. At this point, I'm just gonna call him Daddy, because I'm tired of licking everyone's ass. Just because you're fine, I will not call you Master. And from the other side, it can also be some sort of foreplay, now I think about it.
I can promise that they won't die, but you won't. I'll take care of it.
In love with him. I'm so sorry. That's not enough. How considerate of you. Sheshmuz. Honestly, at this point, how considerate of you. At least let me be alive so that you can fuck me later on, but my friends die. Thank you. Thank you. Are you going to let them die, leaving me alone in the Duat? They believed you and agreed, and you took advantage of them too. Nah, girl, he kidding. He kidding. That's why you see me joking around too.
To let you get to the body, isn't that honorable of me?
You lied about how they will definitely survive. How is that honorable? Ooh. Honestly, I love this though. I love her character, even if she is fucking petrified. I mean, we are not petrified of him anymore. This is more like being a little frightened because we know what he's capable of. And he is technically our master. He has rights over us because of our fucking mom. But he is a good guy. I'm sorry. He is. And he's always looked out for us. He always protected us. And maybe in the beginning it was more like because we're his property, but I don't think he views us as that. That's him just showing that he cares more about our lives than theirs.
Shishmu, do you think I lied?
Look at his eyes burning, but he's not getting mad. Look at him! Look at him!
The Duat is a dangerous place. There's nothing I can do to help you, but there's a good chance that everything will be fine if you do everything right.
Why didn't you tell me how it really is? It wouldn't have changed anything, would it?
I just didn't go into too much detail.
Right. Seth straightened up, staring at her.
Don't forget who I am and how you're supposed to treat me.
My apologies, bitch. I forgot myself, Master. Don't you say that? I forgot myself. The story actually really tested my patience. Don't you dare say that. Not after what you've done. Mine's necromancy is so hilarious. I know that promising safety in the duat is like promising rainfall in the desert, but...
Silence. One more word from you in that tone and it will be your last.
Remember who's standing in front of you. Hell no. This man can shove it. Bye. Like, I'm not gonna treat you like... Again, I know that he is, but I'm not gonna treat him as such. Am I stupid? Set aside, he would never understand the moral fear of further lives, but he had to be more delicate if he wanted everything to go according to plan.
Hush, I've already told you that if you do what's necessary, you will all survive. I'll stay close.
You care so much about making my wish come true. I'm afraid to ask how high will the prize be. I know you never give without expecting something in return.
Oh, why do you keep bringing up the price? I've told you we'll settle it. I'll tell you my wish later. Trust me, there's nothing impossible.
Why not tell me now?
What if you refuse?
Life sucks, master. If it's eternal servitude to you.
Quite the contrary, my wish will scare you. You won't like it. You won't have agreed to that even in exchange for freedom. I know you.
Huh? Honestly, but in my eyes, that's a little hilarious. Why did we lose one romancy and one necromancy point? By not calling him master. And as we can see, he did not get violent. That's how much love he has for us, y'all. That's how much love he has for us. Once. The second thing. What could be more scary than our freedom? Or is this him saying, I know that you're already completely obsessed with me, and your wish is my command, as in, I will let you go. You will be free. I won't come into your life again. And that's what would be scaring us.
But his man is dearer to you than your very life and will right. I will make sure that you're safe as wandering bound to do it, but then you'll have to do my bidding.
Your words alone scare me.
Firstly, I don't care if they scare you or not. Do you think I bargain with everyone like this?
Maybe. How would I know?
Secondly, I will grant you freedom after this task, little Shishmu. This is the last one.
Eva jerked her head up enthusiastically. What? Really?
Yes, after this you will be your own woman, as you've always wanted. If you first do what I asked.
And what is it? Oh, God. There is something I fucking can't stand, y'all. What does he want? What does he want? Apparently, it's not what I thought. As in, us actually having our freedom from him. What does he want? That's creepy, y'all. He said our freedom and everything is less important than Eastman and his freedom and his pure state of mind. So, oh God, I don't know what to do. But we will see what next episode will be like. I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.